Electing to bowl. It's good bowling conditions out there at the moment. A southerly breeze, overcast, and white ball. It might move around a fair bit.
Nicely worked behind square leg. Get Hayden off the mark, picks up 2, and that was well run. For the pull shot and gets it away nicely, and that'll run away for 4 runs. That'll be the first boundary of the day. And I think that's one of the things as a batsman you have to sum up on this wicket, Jeff, that if it is slightly on the short side, you can cut and can pull.
Well, that's right. It does tend to sit up, but these ones are coming on a bit quicker. You'll notice that got on him a little bit more hurried than what we used to. He's got it straight through the mid-wicket area there, but no chance of cutting that off. Look how flat that outfield is, and that ball just got there in no time, and he didn't time it properly.
And short again and put away for 4 runs. Well, there's a lesson here for Jason Backer. You've got to keep the ball up. Bowled so well when it's up, Jeff, but when it's short, it's easy to put away.
Well, it's like you said, Stacky, he's just not quick enough to bowl half-trackers, and especially to Matthew Hayden. He loves these short deliveries from quick bowlers, let alone guys that are just medium paces. There's no need to run for that one. He's just belted that to the mid-wicket boundary.
Well, dearie me, will it go all the way? And right underneath that sign. Well, I bet he wished he hit that full and over the top and straight into it, because that's $120,000 in his kick pocket there. Good up and under there. And right underneath the sign. Well, there you go. One bounce over and just misses the sign. Mind you, it has to hit the sign on the full.
In the air, in the clear, and into the fence.
A lovely shot. And that is 4 runs. We just showed you the wagon wheel, and that sign out there is taking a bit of a punishment. Not the sign itself, but the stand out there, right?
Yeah, just again, exactly under the Mercantile Mutual sign. This is a cracking shot from Matthew. Beautiful cover drive straight out of the textbook. And again, I think that's the 3rd or 4th time this morning we've seen the ball go directly under the sign. Maybe there should be a slight bonus there. We did suggest that maybe they should get half of that.
And that's in the air, but it's safe. And that will run away for 4 runs. So this has been quite a good start to this over.
Ground. You know, they've roped it off really short.
The timing there was almost perfect, and it's gone. Well, Rifle was struggling to get to that ball. Whether or not he's got over that hamstring injury, I hope he has.
I don't think he has really, mate. We saw him field one in the gully. You weren't on air at the time, but mate, that's just a gentle lope after that, and he definitely didn't want to get there on time to bend over to pick it up, because that would really test out the hammy.
Well, dearie me, anything that's shade to be over pitched will be hit through the covers like that. He is such a strong player, Matthew Hayden.
And there it is, a magnificent century for Matthew Hayden. Turn through mid-wicket, and Hayden salutes the crowd because he has done it in fine style. Queensland, 3 for 187.
Every picture tells a story, and there's the picture for you. Matthew Hayden's batting wagon wheel. Just every shot in the book.
Oh, the pull shot, magnificent.
Well, we saw him play a couple of those early on in the day, just after they arrived at the crease this morning at 10 o'clock. Jason Backer and David Sager digging this one in, but gee, haven't we seen him play some fantastic shots over the last couple of one-day games?
In the air, but over the top, a safe shot. And into the fence for another boundary.
Oh, Jason Backer standing up inside the circle, and we've seen this done on a couple of occasions today already. Jimmy Marr did it earlier on in his innings. When the man is up inside the circle, anything that pitches on the leg stump, they're prepared to hit it in the air and over the top of that fieldsman standing just on the mid-on circle.
In the air, just wide of the man in the deep. And that was 4 all the way.
Just giving himself a bit of room here. Matthew Hayden moves away to the leg side, so it makes it difficult for the bowler. He's still speared it in right at that off stump, and it just wide of the Victorian fields, and they're right on the boundary. So again, peppering that Mercantile Mutual sign. There's their 50 partnership of 52 deliveries, so they're certainly doing the job, the two Queenslanders.
Again, punished all the way to the fence. Successive boundaries.
Driven nicely down the ground. This will be a good contest between the fieldsmen down there, and he dives, not able to save it. Beautiful shot from Matthew Hayden. That positioning of that shot had to be spot on, and it was hit right to the very part of the ground where he could only pick up the 4 runs.
The only difference here between mid-on and mid-off. Backer is the man that does the dive in the end. There's Backer coming into the picture now. He's the deep mid-on, does his best. Then you see Gilbert, the man from mid-off, they couldn't stop it.
Oh, and that's a bad ball. And when you're seeing him like Matthew Hayden, you have no problems putting those away for 4 runs.
Well, it's a good ball, isn't it, if you're a batsman, but a shocker if you're the fielding side, especially in the last second last over or such. Full toss, waist high.
Oh, that's a big hit. That should be 6. That is a magnificent blow. Went right over the fence. Right from the moment it left the bat, it was always going to clear this big MCG boundary.
Yes, that was happy birthday, wasn't it? Right in the slot, this one, to whack it over mid-wicket. And that's exactly what Matty Hayden does. Those bluey-grey seats there. There she goes. That's a good catch.
And that brings up the 150 for Matthew Hayden. In fact, a couple more too, because that might be just cut off inside the boundary there. And they do. They bring up 3 runs, so that takes Hayden to 152. And well played, Matthew Hayden. Tremendous innings, with just 7 balls remaining in this innings.
Yeah, that was a great shot too from Matthew Hayden. 152, 15 fours, 1 6. That's the strike rate there, almost 90.
Because when you look at that, Jeff, 66 runs coming from boundaries. Now we'll have to have a look at this one. Drags it back. And it was a correct call by the umpire. Just dragged it back before he hit the rope. So that looks like it's it, Jeffrey.
Well, that's a tremendous effort there from Matthew Hayden. 152 not out from 170 deliveries, I think it was. Jimmy Marr, 22, a very good innings from him. Stuart Law, a very good captain's knock there from Stuart Law. Sort of hung himself, I suppose, one thing. Martin Love was first ball. I mean, you're going to get them, so never saw much of him. Andrew Symonds, a very good innings from him, and a